Let's move on, though. More than 100,000 Royal Mail postal workers have gone on strike in a dispute over pay. Members of the Communication Workers Union said the 2% pay rise imposed on them by management was not good enough. Well, I'm joined now by the General Secretary of the Communication Workers Union, Dave Ward. Dave Ward, a very good morning to you. First of all, give us a sense of the size and scale of the action that you're taking today and the levels of disruption it's likely to cause.
Sorry, it's difficult to hear. Sorry, say that again.
Just wanted to give me a sense of the scale of the action that you're taking today and the levels of disruption it's likely to cause.
Yeah, OK, so there's 115,000 postal workers taking strike action today. It's the biggest strike in the UK since 2009. It's also probably the biggest mandate that any union has ever had for strike action. Over 97.7% members voted in favour of strike action on a 77% turnout. Our members are really, really angry and have lost all confidence in the leadership of the company. The company made £758 million profit, record profits for Royal Mail last year. They chose to give away over £400 million to shareholders. They rewarded themselves with huge record bonuses, apparently for achieving all their financial targets, and then they imposed a 2% pay increase on the workforce. And against skyrocketing inflation, energy bills rocketing, people are just not going to accept that. And I think that what's really a shame here is that this is a group of workers in the UK that we would argue are one of the last remaining pillars of our society. They're part of the social fabric of the UK. They have a fantastic relationship with customers, which is the company's greatest asset. And it is unbelievable that the company have chosen to treat our members in this way. So, we're going to fight very hard here to get the pay rise that our members deserve.
Well, yes, you say they're making record profits. Royal Mail says your proposals would cost £1 billion, while it's losing almost £1 million a day. They say that their business is suffering. There are fewer COVID tests being delivered, for example. There are fewer people shopping online post-pandemic. And there's a steeply declining letter market. And they simply have to be able to compete with some of their competitors. So that's reasonable, isn't it?
Anna, listen, I wish you could get Royal Mail to debate these issues and the statement that you've just read out, because we would take that debate anywhere, any place, any time, to point out that it's a total fabrication of the truth of what's going on in this company. And these people are being less than honest with you, less than honest with their customers, and it's just not on. I mean, they made record profits. They have said that their bonuses were achieved because they hit all of their financial targets. And yes, there are some issues. We understand that. We will never face away from change. It's our union that wants to get on and do the right change that protects the company for the future. But the company have stalled those talks. We've got a second ballot on change because they've walked away from the agreement that we reached with them. And something that I've got to raise today, that we wrote to the company about a couple of days back, we really do believe that sitting behind this dispute, the motives for this company is that they are involved at the moment in secret discussions on a takeover of this company, on bringing in one of these, the same type of scenario, private equity investment group, in this case a company called Visa from Luxembourg, and they are going to asset strip this company. They're going to abandon the universal service, and they want to turn Royal Mail to make more profits for themselves and the shareholders into another gig economy employer. And we are not going to accept that.
OK, well, we will certainly put that to the company. In the meantime, Royal Mail say that you've rejected a deal. You say it's 2%, they say it's 5.5%, because they say that an extra 3.5% is subject to agreement on a series of changes. So why are you rejecting that?
Well, that's pie in the sky, and I'm sorry to go back to the same theme. It's simply not true. That offer, as you call it, was put to our members directly by the company before our members even voted in the numbers that I just described earlier on. It is pie in the sky. The 2% was imposed. 2% of that is supposedly against a productivity scheme. that doesn't exist, and nobody in the company can sit in front of anybody in the union and explain what it is our members have got to do to earn that 2%. And the other 1.5% of that is against a levelling down agenda, one of these P&O style levelling down agendas, which will destroy the post office as we know it, Royal Mail as we know it, and we're not going to accept it. I'm sorry to say it's completely untrue what they're saying to you, and our members know that. Postal workers would not be voting in the numbers that they're voting in if any of what you said was true. But by the way, 5.5%, even if it was there, is not enough against inflation and against the horrendous energy bills that our members and millions of other people in this country are going to be facing.
Dave Ward, are we likely to see a general strike in this country, do you think? Would you back one if there was one called?
Look, I'm not here to talk about a general strike. What I will say to you is that, I think people across the UK, every worker counts, every worker's in the same position. And yes, I think we should be looking at coordinated action. We should be looking to raise issues around the way that UK companies are being run, the blatant profiteering that's taking place across the UK, because not only are the workforce being ripped off here, but also customers are being ripped off. These are the people who are causing the spiral in inflation that's going on. And something's got to be done about the way that UK businesses operate. And Royal Mail is right at the top of that list at the moment. We've got our sights on them. It is time. If these people are really only interested in further profits for themselves, then they should resign from this company and get people in who want to take forward this great company that's been in existence over 500 years. We'll deal with any change. We've agreed all change on technology, on automation. So don't believe that the stuff that they're putting out. And honestly, get them on the programme with me, with our union, and we'll debate all of those issues live in front of the British public.
OK, we'll put that invitation to them. We are speaking to Royal Mail a little bit later on. But Dave Ward, we appreciate your time. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.